What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crazy and Impossible. Welcome to Crazy and Impossible. I'll say that again. The YouTube channel, Crazy and Impossible. Freedom. It's going to be today's subject. And something that has been taken away slowly but surely. And it's under an all-out attack for some of us right now. I'm JD, George Delata. And apparently, I'm the only one in the country with cojones at this point to submit my application to you, the American people, in these series of videos that I'm posting on Crazy and Impossible to be your next president. And that's why I'm applying to you, the American people. I'm not running from anything. And I'm not running for anyone or any entity or any foreign government. I'm running to save our country. So the only way that I can do it is by applying to you, the American people. The only boss endowed by the Constitution in three powerful little words that they want you to ignore. And those words are we the people. And I've said it, I think, in every video, and I'll repeat it again. Abraham Lincoln said, we the people are the rightful masters of both the courts and the Congress, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert the Constitution. And ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a daily perversion of our Constitution. In order to replace it with Project 2025, which, in my opinion, should be called Project 666, because that's what it's doing. So, I'm not a billionaire, not a millionaire, not a politician. In fact, my success has been solely on the premise of picking myself up and doing the impossible when people have told me I've been crazy to even attempt it. I've published my books. I've done my art exhibitions. I've done what I wanted to do, ran my business. And the only reason I am not doing it today is because of ignorance and hatred and incompetence from the clown show running our country right now. So that's why I say I'm applying to you, the American people. I'm applying for the job that this individual does not know the job description of when the oath says that you are sworn to protect the Constitution. He does not know the job description. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the job description. And crazy and impossible as it sounds, America is the country where crazy and impossible become possible. Even when people say it's crazy. And that's my challenge, and that's what I'm telling you folks. Please share my videos. Share my words. We the people are the rightful masters. And that's where we need to go. And one of the first things that I promise, and which is the first step in fixing our country, will be to prosecute politicians who violate their oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Because every politician swears an oath to protect that Constitution. So if you're witnessing attacks and destruction of that Constitution, it is your obligation as an employee of We the People to stand up and protect that Constitution. And none of you are doing it. None of you. Specifically the Republicans. You are all complicit. Complicit by your silence, complicit by your cowardness, complicit by your licking the ring, licking the ass. Better said. So, I'm applying to you, the American people, to help elevate someone like me, someone like you, someone who has lived the struggle of being an American, of having to decide between rent and medicine, between food and school clothes for your kids. That's what we need. Not empowered and entitled, because the three words at the top say "we the people." Does not say "we the billionaires." Does not say "we the wealthy." Does not say "we the Christians." It says "we the people." Okay? Thomas Jefferson said Christianity neither is nor ever was part of the common law. James Madison, religion and government will both exist in greater purity the less they are mixed together. And of course, John Adams. The government of the United States is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion. Okay, so we are not a Christian nation. We have never been a Christian nation. So stop with the gaslighting. Stop believing the nonsense, because these very deliberate, very polished, very professional men, if they wanted their nation to be a Christian nation, I'm pretty sure they would have named it the Christian States of America, or the Protestant States of America, or the Baptist States of America, if those were their intentions. They were not. Like I said, they were all slave owners. If they wanted a white nation, they would have named it the White Nation, the White States of America, or the Anglo-Saxon States of America. If those were their intentions. They were not. In their vast brilliance, We the People was written bigger than everything else for moments like this. For moments when the courts and the Congress are not doing their jobs. And when we the people need to kick them in the ass and make sure they do. So that's the kind of leadership we need. We need a single mom who's raised 4 kids on her own. We need a grandfather who sacrifices daily for his kids, for his family. We need a grandmother who stepped up to raise her kids, her grandkids, when she had no choice but to do it. And never once says, "Look how great I am," or "What about me?" We the people. They weren't thinking of people like me. They weren't thinking of people like you when they wrote those 3 words. But in their vast brilliance, it includes us. Because it doesn't say we the white people, or we the Christian people, or we the landowning people. Or we the political people? Or we the politicians? Or we the rich? Or we the wealthy? Because wealth and intelligence do not go together. Let's stop that ridiculous American assumption that thinks because someone is wealthy, they are brilliant and they are geniuses. They are not. They fell ass backwards into money. That's all they are. That's the only difference between them and you. They're not smarter than you. They're not better than you. And that's why we need a president to come out of we the people. Someone who doesn't have any allegiance to any of them and will come in and kick ass or get them out. Because we, the people, are the rightful masters. Just so we're clear, the Fifth Amendment says no person shall be denied life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Shall not be denied life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Does not say no citizen. It does not say no person except for those in the country illegally, just in case you've forgotten the principles of this country. It says no person. Period. Period. Now, for those that are saying that the powers of the president will not be questioned, as little Nazi Stephen Miller said, and the whitewasher Caroline Levitt said, that the president is, how dare the courts, it's three equal branches of government. So yes, the courts dare. Yes, and it was put that way by the founding fathers to eliminate and to prevent a king or a president who thinks he's a king or a dictator. It's done with purpose. So yes, how dare they? They dare. We the people. So Teddy Roosevelt said to announce that there must be no criticism of the president or that we are to stand by the president, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American people. So don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them make you feel you are not powerful, because we the people. My grandma used to say, no hay quien pueda con un pueblo. And that means nobody can overcome a society, a population. And what she meant was about Cuba, that if the Cuban people wanted to change their condition, there's no government that can stop them. But they're indoctrinated. And that's what they're trying to do to the American people. They're trying to indoctrinate you through fear. Because wealth and ignorance do not go together. So the only way that they can assert their dominance is to have you in fear. Fear of their wealth. We're going to change that. We need patriots, real Americans, to come out and state that you are in this. I am the only one with cojones to say that I'm willing to take on the billionaires. And I have nothing. I have nothing other than my balls, my cojones, to let them know that this is not what the America we want is. This is not what the founding fathers envisioned when they created their beacon of freedom and democracy. People want to come here because it's a great country and where opportunity is possible. They're not coming now because they see it's a dictatorship and with no opportunity. So that's why there's no activity at the border. That's why the crossings has stopped. Who the hell wants to come to a dictatorship? That's what they're running from, you bunch of morons. It's not the policy. Yeah, it is the policy. It's a policy of ignorance and hatred and cowardness, because that's all it is. So immigration, here's my policy. These people are coming from all over the world because they're in trouble. They're running from violence, from gangs, from what? Children are tattooed as children by the gangs to assert ownership on them. Okay? So just because they have a tattoo doesn't mean that they identify with that or they are part of that. I mean that they've been owned since childhood by these vile organizations. All right? So here's the problem. These people that are coming, all right? Right now, we're seeing farmers not planting because they don't have anybody to do the work. We have Florida trying to pass laws to allow children to work overnight in fields because they don't have anybody to do pick the oranges and the produce that Florida grows. They want children. They want your kids to go out and do the work. So you see that it's just fueled by ignorance. So wouldn't a better plan be to create vehicles to make these people legal? Wouldn't it be better, instead of freezing funding to prominent universities, to instruct them to build training and education centers at the border with housing and courts so we can process people and train them and educate them, working alongside with their countries of origin to see what those countries need so that these federally funded colleges and universities can train them, educate them, and either bring them into our country as legal residents to work in those fields that they've been trained, or send them back to their country now empowered with degrees and with knowledge and skills that their country needs to prosper. Isn't that a better plan than just sending back people in need? Sending back children undergoing cancer treatments, American citizens born here, trying to revoke citizenship, trying to do evil, deplorable, horrible things and call it Christian goodness? We got idiots running the country. And just because they have wealth does not mean they're talented, does not mean they are smart, does not equate intelligence. The opposite, in fact. They have no incentive to educate themselves because they're wealthy and they grow up wealthy. And the degrees and the college degrees that they get, they're given to them. They're passed because they've donated millions to the colleges and to the universities. Their parents and their families have donated wings. So whether they do the work or not, they're going to pass. Doesn't mean they're brilliant. Means they're wealthy. That's it. And wealth and intelligence are not connected. Stop. Stop with the gaslighting ignorance. Stop with allowing yourself to be indoctrinated by the wealthy trying to make themselves to be better and smarter and geniuses when they're no smarter than your Dalmatian. They're no smarter than your 5-year-old grandkids. We the people, ladies and gentlemen, let's take our country back. We the people, Crazy and Impossible channel on YouTube, share these videos, share them. My name is George Dallara. I am applying to you, the American people, to be your next president. And if you don't want me, help elevate someone like me, like your father, like your grandmother, like your sister, like your brother, someone who comes out of we the people, someone who is not a billionaire, not a career politician, not even a lawyer, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to employ them, not turn them loose like the current orange turd has. because he doesn't know. So he's got lawyers telling him what his job description is because he doesn't know. He does not know that his number one job is to protect the Constitution. He's got lawyers telling him, the worst among us, professional liars, people whose sole function is to distort, maneuver, destroy, and pervert laws in the favor of their clients and themselves. That's who's running our country. The lawyers that he's entrusted with doing what's right for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen, if you ever wondered why trickle-down economics didn't work, understand the fact that the richest, most wealthiest people are being approached and being told by a deplorable, horrible human being that he's going to go out of his way to damage and harm senior citizens, children, sick people, sick children, the least wealthy of all in this country. He's going to go out of his way to physically, economically, emotionally destroy these people to make you richer. And you're okay with that? You don't have the cojones to say, no, sir, no, thank you. We are very wealthy already. We don't need you to harm people to make us wealthier. We have pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps, like they like to say. We don't need your pity. We don't need you to harm people in our name. They're not doing that. They're all applauding. Yes, make us richer, sir. Harm all the motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck about anybody other than ourselves. No more billionaires. No more corrupt billionaires. No more career politicians. No more lawyers. They're all in bed together. We need one of us. We need one of we the people. All right? Let's find them. If it's not me, find somebody like me. Somebody real. Someone with cojones to stand up to all these criminals and prosecute them on day one. Because I will. I will. If you betrayed the Constitution, if you betrayed your oath, guess what? You're going to be behind bars. You're going to be stripped of your positions. And you're going to pay back every money you've defrauded the American people. So get ready. Judgment Day is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And it can only be administered by we the people. And I'm talking about peaceful mechanism to take control of our courts, take control of the Congress, because they're not doing the job. They're not doing it. So we need somebody to kick their asses into doing it or get the fuck out of the way. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. Simple. I will lead. So you either follow or get the fuck out of the way, because we're taking our country back. God bless you people. God bless the American people. God bless our beautiful American diversity endowed in we the people, because does not say we the whites, we the Christians, does not say we the wealthy. It says we the people. Let's live it. Let's empower it. Let's enliven that. Those words that Abraham Lincoln said, that we the people are the rightful masters of both the courts and the Congress. Not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert it. And we are living a constant perversion of our Constitution. Enough! Crazy and Impossible YouTube channel. We the people, ladies and gentlemen. Make it happen. Share this. God bless you. God bless America. Let's take our country back.